Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Monster. We're watching episode 11, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 11. This episode we're going to watch in dub, all right? Because I promise and I keep forgetting and yeah. So we're going to watch the episode in dub. I'm I'm hoping this episode is not going to be like really good and I wish I watched it in sub instead. But I promise, so I'll stick to my promise. This episode will be in dub. We're gonna watch it in English dub. After this, we're gonna go back to sub potentially, but just to give it a try. And like I said, I did promise. So last episode was pretty good, pretty slow. Not a lot of actiony stuff, but it was still interesting. I wasn't bored watching it, and I like Dr. Tenma's story progression, his character development, and all that. I really do enjoy it. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video and you want to see more of this. All right, so let's begin.
Well, you certainly have found an excellent piece of property.
Hmm.
It's only a 20-minute drive to the center of Berlin.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't this the residence of Mr. Liebert, the former head of commerce?
I know this voice actor.
What? You're not a buyer? You just came to investigate Mr. Liebert? Is that all?
Please forgive me, but I just need some information.
Where have I heard his voice before from?
I don't know anything about an official who died almost 10 years
All right,
ago.
I'll pay attention.
Apparently, Mr. Liebert and his wife adopted fraternal twins during the time that they were here.
I told you I don't know anything.
Well, who owns the property?
Yasuo.
Direct me to them.
Listen, a lot of the property in former East Germany used to be owned by Jews who had to flee during the Nazi regime.
Dang.
In some cases, the government ended up borrowing land from people on the west side or in other countries. The owner of this property is overseas. Besides, my company is a west side real estate firm that entered the eastern market after the wall fell. We don't know anything about the past. Now, if you could please hurry and leave, I'm locking up. Come to think of it, an ex-official from the East German Department of Commerce lives about 10 houses away.
Yeah, I remember Mr. Liebert. I'll never understand why he decided to take such a risk. If only he'd waited just a little longer until East Germany collapsed. Mr. Liebert always did talk about wanting children.
Which orphanage was it?
Which one was it? 511? Yes, that's right. I believe they came from 511 Kinderheim.
I'm sorry. 511 Kinderheim?
Wait a minute, where's the sister? She disappeared. I literally just remembered her. 511 Kinderheim. That sounds like kindergarten. What does Heim mean? Yo, the creep value? Creep. That looks haunted. That was creepy. I'm guessing that says Kinderheim 511. 511 Kinderheim. Oh, Babushka.
The orphanage? Everyone from there is long since gone. I really prefer not to talk about it. It was such a tragedy.
But
What happened?
If you want to find out more about it, there's a former official from the old Ministry of Welfare named Hartman over on 47th Street.
47th Street. He's gonna go investigate that, that's for sure. Why did that light bulb scare me? I trust nothing in this show.
Hello there. Do you know if a man named Hartman lives around here? Wait,
Respect your elders, little
You're
sh...
injured? Let me take a look.
Oh, I thought it was gonna
Don't
slap
worry,
him.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Injured an old wound. It's
Oof.
infected, but this should help. Attaboy. I know this stings, but it'll help you get better. Be careful, okay?
You're
You
welcome.
might get hurt again.
Ungrateful little squirrel.
Hartman.
You have a nice house, Hartman.
After the fall of East Germany, I became the foster parent to all those kids you see photographed up on the wall. The boy in the middle was adopted by the president of an accessories company, and the last one on the left is enlisted in the army. I still have one left in my care right now.
It must be hard work for you.
To tell the truth, I wouldn't call it work. After the fall of socialism, I thought I'd try doing things my own way. I couldn't do any worse. Of course, it isn't easy, and I don't have many resources. But it's far better than the way they were living in that orphanage, if you can call it that.
Seems like a nice guy.
The Ministry of the Interior and the Ministry of Welfare
Wait a
ran
minute.
511 Kinderheim as a special orphanage. Well, all East German orphanages were pretty severe places to be.
Guys,
But these special
I have
orphanages
a
were
bad
particularly
feeling.
notorious. It wasn't just an institution for children with nowhere to go. It was the place where children of criminals and political prisoners or suspected dissidents were sent. Discrimination and inhumane cruelty were part of everyday life for the children there. The government claimed they were re-educating them to be good citizens, but in actuality, behind closed doors and away from the public eye, those helpless children were treated like criminals, even worse than criminals. And then one day, that incident happened.
Incident? What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, when you came here, you said that you wanted to ask me about the twins, didn't you?
Yes, that's right. Can you tell me anything at all about them?
I don't know much about the girl, except that she was left at an orphanage in a different district. But the boy, I'll always remember the brother, Johann.
Johann? Yes, please, tell me whatever
So
there is
Johann
to
is
know.
his real name. His first name. Right? He's shaking.
It is in the past now, so I suppose it's all right. I guess there's
Was-
no harm in talking.
Was he a victim of experiment
So
or
what are you
abuse?
talking about? I need to know. What'd Johann do?
He led an uprising.
I'm home.
Dieter, we have company. Come here and say hello to him, why don't you?
Oh,
Dieter, where are your manners? Well, are you going to greet the man or not?
oh,
It's-
it's okay.
it's the
we
kid.
already met earlier out in front of the building. Remember? Please, continue, Mr. Hartman. I'd like to hear more.
No, I'm sorry, I can't. Not in front of the child.
Understood. Well, it's late. Can we continue this another time?
Dieter. Maybe you'd like to stay and have dinner with us.
Sure, if you don't mind.
There's something in my head, and I'm hoping I'm
You
wrong.
say that you're a freelance journalist. Does that mean you're going to write an article about the things we've been talking about?
Eventually.
When you do write your article, please be sure to emphasize this. The moral development of a child all depends on the adult that raises him. It is essential that we encourage every child to follow the proper path.
What if this guy was like a Nazi or something? Dieter was injured.
Hey, Dieter, what are your dreams?
It doesn't seem like he has other friend kids he's playing with.
Soccer ball.
His dream is a soccer
I
ball?
want a soccer ball.
I see. Thank you for dinner.
He's
I was
sus.
hoping we could continue our conversation another time.
Of course, I am sorry we couldn't finish it up tonight, Mr. Tenma.
I'll be back. Perhaps I can come by tomorrow.
Well, Dieter.
Oh shit.
May I still make a purchase?
Dude, run. Go. Walk faster.
Mr.
I don't trust this anime. He's dead.
Me, Tenma.
He's dead.
Mr. Hartman? Mr. Hartman! Mr. Hartman, what's wrong? Please, open up! Mr. Hartman,
Mr. Tenma.
Dieter! What happened to him?
He was playing. He was standing on a chair and he fell. Oh, my dear Dieter.
It hurts. Oh, it really hurts.
Where, Dieter? Where does it hurt?
It hurts everywhere.
Mr. Hartman, call an ambulance, quick! My God. What are all these bruises? Does this hurt? What about here? 2 of your ribs are fractured. And also, your shoulder is dislocated. How did you get this injury from falling off a chair?
The ambulance is on the way and should be here soon, so everything's going to be all right.
Good. But where'd these bruises come from?
I said everything's all right. You can leave now, Mr. Tenma. Tenma. I thought I heard that name somewhere before. You shouldn't worry about the boy. You've got your own problems, don't you? The police are on their way along with the ambulance.
Tenma, shoot him.
Mr. Hartman,
Tenma, shoot him.
happened to Dieter? How
Tenma,
did he
shoot
get
him.
all these injuries?
What's it matter to you?
Thank you.
Very short-tempered. Just like a fugitive.
You did this to him, didn't you?
Did what? What do you mean?
You're the one who's been abusing Dieter all this time, aren't you?
Abusing? Why, I'd never do such a thing to an innocent child. Right, Dieter?
Don't move.
The police will catch you eventually.
It's okay, Dieter. We'll be
If
at the
this boy
hospital
dies.
soon.
I'm scared.
The doctors will take good care of you.
But Mr. Hartman is always the one who took care of me every time I got hurt before.
What? You're completely covered in scars and bruises and you've never been to a hospital?
I'm scared. The world is full of bad things. That's why I have to become stronger. If I'm gonna fight all the bad things, I have to become stronger.
Is that what Hartman told you?
The world is dark. The future is bleak.
That isn't true. The world's not a dark place, that's a lie.
Really?
Yes, really. Oh, I almost forgot. This soccer ball is for you.
Wow.
Tomorrow will be a good day. I promise.
I don't like that foreshadowing.
I'm sorry for coming so late. Thank you, nurse.
It's all right, but the ER is pretty busy at the moment.
And whatever you do, please be sure not to let anyone else take him away. I will be coming back to get him.
Just, why not just say he's a victim of abuse?
Is the accident site cleaned up yet? No, traffic's still backed up.
Just say he's being abused. Don't let any strange man, and describe the man,
What should I do now?
come get him or something.
First, what to do with Dieter? Even if I call the police, I can't go with him.
I don't know much about the girl, except that she was left at an orphanage in a different district.
Is there a better orphanage?
There's a child that you want me to take in? Well, are you the child's parent? Are you saying that you know Anna Liebert?
That's right. So you do remember Anna?
Yes, of course I do. How is Anna? Is she doing well for herself?
Yes. She's currently taking classes at Heidelberg University.
Really? Then I guess she's doing very well. That was it. His name was Johann. They were truly very close. I felt so sorry for them when they had to be separated, but they had to be placed in different orphanages.
Why?
Before the two of them arrived here, they only had each other. They were truly alone in this world. They were found walking hand in hand near the border of Czechoslovakia. Just the two of them, shivering all alone in the cold. Thankfully, Anna was able to live a happy life because of her brother.
I heard that the conditions in the orphanages in East Germany were pretty terrible.
Not all orphanages were like 511 Kinderheim.
Huh?
Inga, dear, the bathroom is the other way. Down the hall, okay? It's all right. There's nothing to be afraid of. Now you can go to the bathroom by yourself, can't you? These poor children have never really felt the love of a parent. In order to develop as a person, the only thing you need is love. The orphanages of the East Side were truly horrible places for the children to grow up in. Everything was so impersonal. Even this place was only known by the number 47. We weren't going to be another 511 Kinderheim. It was a special orphanage controlled by the Ministry of Welfare and the Ministry of the Interior. Do you know what that means?
No.
The reality was, it was the Ministry of the Interior's pet project. East Germany was using that place for experimentation on the children.
Did I say anything that whole episode? Did I talk? Bro, that was crazy. I don't know what to say. That whole thing, that whole episode just... I'm sorry guys, I don't know what to say. That was a crazy episode. Wow. I just hope they get that Hartman guy somehow. I just knew it. Something was off. The kid was really like kind of antisocial, and he's hurt, but it's not like he was playing somewhere or anything. Well, I mean, who knows? But he was kind of sus, the whole thing. And then when Tenma wants to leave, he grabs him. This is a kid that's like not interested in Tenma at all, or wants he seems very unfriendly. He seems so, but then he holds Tenma and doesn't let Tenma go. So that means he doesn't want to be alone, you know. That I don't know what to say. That was a ridiculous episode. But it was a very good one, very scary. I can't wait to see the next episode, what happens. It's gonna be, I just know it's going to be rough. For sure. It's gonna be rough. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, I didn't have a lot of words for this episode because it was just like so heavy for me. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. All right? Peace.